funeral as well, because there were a lot of like stories coming out, like, you know, will Prince Harry wear his uniform? Will he not? Will he walk next to his brother Prince William? Will he not? Etc. Etc. So I kind of wanted to see how all of that sort of played out in the end, although I didn't watch the actual funeral. But then, you know, the other day I was on celebrity.com, and then they started talking about Prince Philip's friend and companion, Penny Knatchbull. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Friend and companion, like the way they put it in quotations, implies that this is a mistress, right? And so later on in their article, they actually go, you know, they mention the tweets from the AP Style book. They say, and I quote, the AP Style Guide reminded everyone this week that we're not supposed to use mistress to describe women like Penny. We can call Penny the companion and friend of Philip and say that they enjoyed many carriage rides together and that she was a frequent visitor to the wood farm when he was in residence over there. So I was like, oh my God, like, can you believe, was this something that the royals like put out like to the press to make sure that they called her a friend and companion rather than a mistress, you know, in order to kind of, I don't know, save face for Prince Philip or save face for Queen Elizabeth? I really don't know, but the whole thing was just so crazy to me because I had no idea that this man had a mistress, you know, and especially not in his later years, and especially not one that he would want to come to his very small funeral, and especially not one that the Queen would allow to come to his very small funeral, because she, as you know, his widow, was the one in charge of the guest list and making sure it can be, like, you know, trimmed down to fit this, you know, the safety protocols that we currently have. And so it is just so wild to me that this woman managed to make the cut. I don't know how long she had allegedly been sleeping with Prince Philip, but I'm still just so taken aback by the fact that the AP Style book came and literally tried to gaslight everyone by calling a mistress, by telling us to call a mistress a companion, a friend, or a lover. You know, for us to say that she was his lover, like, wouldn't that beg the question, like, how's that possible? He's a married man. And then, like, what? Provide additional details later? Like, honestly, sometimes, like, these new, like, overly, like,